Hi students, this is Karthik Trivedi and you are watching a lecture series of engineering graphics and design with me. So in today's video, we're gonna solve another example of projection of a line. So let us see the example on your screen. So now the example is given. A top view of a 75 mm long line CD measures 50 mm. The end C is in HP and 50 mm in front of VP. And D is 15 mm in front of VP and it is above HP. Draw projection of CD and find angles with HP and VP. So now this is the example. Now by using this example or by using the statement which is given over here, first we will write the given data. So now first thing which he has given is the position of point D. So position of point D is given, which is 15 mm in front of VP and it is above HP. Now this point is certainly in first quadrant. By you can read just this sentence that the point D is above HP and in front of VP. So this point D is automatically in first quadrant, which you can recognize by just reading this sentence. But here one thing is missing. If you read this sentence carefully, that point D is 15 mm in front of VP. So he has given the exact information about D in front of VP, but he has written it is above HP. But how much? 5 mm above HP, 6 mm, 7 mm, 8 mm. So this data is missing. Okay, so this is this kind of example will always come in an exam. So how to solve it, that we will see in this video. Now second data that we have with us is the position of point C. So he has given the point C is in HP and 50 mm in front of VP. So the point C is going to be in a first quadrant, because in HP in front of VP you can take this point in a first quadrant. So now we have the position of point C and position of point D with us. The next data that we have is the value of true length. So read the first sentence. Top view of a 75 mm long line CD. So here a lot of students make mistakes. So read this statement very carefully. Top view of a 75 mm long line CD. 75 mm long line CD. That means 75 mm is the true length of CD. So that's why the true length is given, which is 75 mm. Next data that we have is a 50 mm, which is top view. So top view is 50 mm is given. So read the sentence. The top view of a 75 mm long line CD measures 50 mm. That means the top view is 50 mm. So we have this much of data with us, and now we have to use this data, and by using this data we have to find the remaining thing. So you all know that what we will do. First we will draw a 1xy line. So first we will draw a 1xy line in your sketchbook. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just pause the video, see all the steps. What you have to do, you have to just repeat the same process in your sketchbook. Okay, so now what we will do, first we will mark the position of point C and point D. So here it is written that C is in HP. So if any point is in HP, the front view is going to be on XY line. So what will happen? The point C dash is going to become on XY line, because point C is in HP. If any point is in HP, that means front view is going to be on a XY line. So C dash is going to be on a XY line, and 50 mm in front of VP. So top view is 50 mm below the XY line. So point C is going to become 50 mm below XY line. So what you will do? Yes, the position of point C will come exactly 50 mm below XY line. So draw extension line and using align method give the dimension. So now we have marked the position of point C and point C dash. Now we have to mark the position of point D. Now the point D is 15 mm in front of VP. That means the position of point D is going to be 15 mm below XY line, because we know that the point D is in first quadrant, and we know that in first quadrant top view is going to become below XY line. So we know that D is 15 mm in front of VP. So in front of VP, that means it's talking about the top view. So point D is going to become 15 mm below XY line. So what we will do? First we will mark the distance 15 mm below XY line, and So from 15 mm below XY line, we will draw one horizontal line and we call it locus of D and D1. Why we call it locus of D and D1? Because on this locus we gonna get point D, because we know that the D is 15 mm in front of VP. So the point D is going to become somewhere on this line which is 15 mm below XY line, and this horizontal line is nothing but the locus of D and D1, where we have a point D on this locus. Now why have I done this and why have not directly marked the point D randomly? Why I have done this? Now why I have done this? Just see next step very carefully. Here the value of top view is given, which is 50 mm. So now using this value of top view, I can mark exactly position of point D. How? So here you can see that the value of top view is 50 mm. So what you will do? You will take a distance of 50 mm in your divider and C as a center, put an arc on a locus of D and D1, and whenever it will intersect, it will be your point D. So this is how you can mark the exact position of point D. Okay, so now you will got to know that why I have done or why I have drawn a locus of D and D1 first, and after that I have marked the position of point D. Now you will got to know. So now what you will do? You will connect point C and D by a line, and this will be your top view. Okay, so this is top view. Now we have to find a true length. So what we will do? We know that true length, that means in top view it will be a CD1. So we know that point D1 is also gonna come locus on the locus of D and D1. So we have the value of true length which is given with us, which is 75 mm. So what you will do? Now we will take a distance equal to 75 mm in your divider and C as a center, put an arc on the locus of D and D1. Whenever it will intersect, it will be your point D1. So now connect point C and D1, so it will be your true length. Now what we gonna do? Now you can see that we have the point C dash which is exactly on XY line. Now we have point C dash which is exactly on XY line. So if I will draw a horizontal line from point C dash, is going to be coincide with XY line. So locus of C dash is going to become on XY line. Okay. Now next step is from, now we have to find the point D dash, because here you can see that in statement given data, the first given data is D is 15 mm in front of VP. That means point D is going to become a 15 mm in front of VP. So that we have already find, and it is above HP, but how much? 5 mm, 6 mm, that is not given. So now we have to find the exact position that this much above HP. So how to find that? So we know that point D and D dash always come on the same vertical line. So what I will do? From point D, I will draw a one vertical line of any random length. So from point D, I will draw a one vertical line of any random length. Now the next step is from point D1, from point D1, I will draw a one vertical line, and when this vertical line intersect locus C dash, see on your screen, from point D1, I will draw a one vertical line just like this. See on your screen, from point D1 I will draw one vertical line, and whenever this vertical line intersect locus C dash, it will be your point D2 dash. So this is how you will get point D2 dash. Again I am going to repeat what I have done. From point D, I know that D and D dash both come on the same vertical line. So what I will do? From point D, I will draw a one vertical line of any random length. So from point D, I will draw one vertical line of any random length. Now what I will do? From point D1, I will draw a one vertical line, and when this vertical line intersect locus of C dash, it will be a point D2 dash. So now what you will do? Now take a distance equal to C dash D2 dash. Again I am going to repeat. Take a distance equal to C dash D2 dash and C dash as a center, put an arc. Whenever this arc intersect the vertical line which is coming from point D, it will be your point D dash. Now connect point C dash and D dash, but before that first write the locus. So from point D dash, draw horizontal line, it will be your locus of D dash and D1 dash, and now connect point C dash and D dash, it will be your front view. Now we have to find a true length. So what we have to do, we know that in front view and top view, value of true length is always same. That means value of CD1 and C dash D1 dash both are same. So we know that true length, value of true length is given, which is 75 mm in given data. So take a distance equal to 75 mm and C dash as a center, put an arc on locus of D dash and D1 dash. So C dash as a center, distance equal to 75 mm, put an arc on locus of D dash and D1 dash, and whenever it will intersect, it will be your point D1 dash. Now connect C dash and D1 dash. So this is your true length in front view. So this is how you can find it. By using this data, you can find also other angles. So from point C, draw horizontal line. Okay, so now you know that C dash D dash will be front view, CD will be top view. You know that true length is CD1 and C dash D1 dash, and now you can find the angle theta and the angle phi. So find the value of angle theta and phi and write down the value in your comment section. Okay, so I hope you will like this video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.